Hello everybody and welcome back to Anno 2017. Now here in Eden, I promised you we would have some parks and ornamentations, and of course we're going to have a few of them. Now the cool thing in Eden is that since we have the monument here, all of those things you like that concert hall is actually not really needed anymore. So in case like this one here, for example, I could get rid of it and either have more buildings here or, well, as I plan having another smaller park here. So let's have a look at the echo that we have. Unfortunately, the echoes, well, they don't have that many ornaments. It's a bit of a pity here. So I can't really place too many of those things here. So in this one here, and we do need to have some banners here on either side, something like that. And then perhaps we have, I don't even know what this is, you know, what is that? That is a glass bottom, so where people can walk over it, I guess. Something like that. Right, so that we have a double glass ground here. Whatever that is, I have no idea. And then we could also have those fences here. So unfortunately the ornament options are not as sumptuous as, for example, in 1800, but it's still fine. And then probably something like flower beds. Okay, so I guess this could kind of like go through as an ornament here. And oh, this is nice. There's a nice color scheme here with the fences then. But that's that. Also, we have something here. We have the bigger one here, and I was actually thinking that we might actually have something as cool as some hedges or something like that, but we don't. So in this case, let's have those glass bottoms here once again, like 2 times here. Actually, only 1 time. That's perfectly fine. And then also on the other side, kind of like a path that goes to that Eden greenhouse that we have here. That is then surrounded by, yeah, we could have those fences again. I don't like them too much. Then we have some banners once again. Banners that might be looking good. And what I can hear right now is that someone purchased shares here in Indigo. That Sokov guy, tell you that he is tenacious when it comes to my shares. And then we want to have, what is that actually? That is an Eden Initiative election advertising board. Ooh, that is quite the word that we have there. And yeah, we could have them here. So we can like pretend there is an entrance here for this building. Yeah, in that greenhouse here. So people can go in there and just, well, watch some green stuff. And then we have also those thingies here at the entrance. That's like a kiosk or something, a tool shed that we have. All right, why not? And yes, this is also looking good, so we can have that on either side to make it also a bit more symmetrical. It's not looking that bad, just, you know, I kind of like missed the sense of what I'm actually doing here. No idea. I guess it looks okay, but it could be, yeah, it doesn't look in any meaningful way here. Then we have some flower beds that we could have here, also looking okay. And then we have some trees, perhaps. No, the trees don't fit in there. Then we have this one here, a rainwater tank. I guess you might say this, yeah, also doesn't make any sense to have it here, but let's have it here with the statues on either side. Alrighty, something like that. I'm really just improvising here, okay, because we really can't make any bigger concept out of this one here. We could also have, yep, those fountains. I mean, it costs quite a lot, all of those things there, so something like that, We might have some more flower beds here in the empty space that we have in here. Also looking good. So actually not looking that bad, right? And some green area, why not? Some grass. We can't unfortunately place any grass like in 1800. That would have been amazing, but we just don't have those things. We could of course also use the ornaments that we have from the text, for example. So these things here, but it doesn't fit here color-wise, you know, so we do have those echo buildings here, so they all have kind of like the same color, but yeah, not looking so bad. It does look a bit like a garden where people can walk around, and people are actually using some of those areas here, especially the glass bottom here, which is a pathway, by the way. and people go over that, so that's something. Alrighty, so that's one of the ornaments. It doesn't look that bad, but it's not looking tremendously cool as well. So yeah, no problem there. Now, next up is though something that is going to look really, really cool, and that is the monument. Now in Megatron, we finally have all the resources available that we need in this town, in the city here. And when I go now to here, there we have the Science Forum Foundation. It's a huge building, and I think it's going to be a monstrous tower of some sorts. All right, so it's going to be a tower, and we want to have that tower here in the city center, and I think this one here might be the best location for it. Let's place it. 150,000 credits for that monument foundation. And Father, that is my computer, he's asking me to continue or to begin the construction of this one here. And we do need a depot once again, where we can get the goods then too, that we're going to have here. And in this case, yeah, he started now. The thing is, it does need tools, and it does now as a first step need concrete. And look at that, it needs lots of concrete and timber, and then carbon only the last thing that we need. So concrete and timber is something obviously that we need to import 100% from other islands, and that is especially true for Cyberpunk. Now in Cyberpunk we do have another problem. First of all, we do have a quest here. The worker Walter would like you to deliver the following goods: 5 tons building modules and 3 tons for a bit of money there. We'll see if we do that. Now, in Cyberpunk, we do have quite a lot of resources, and they're capping at an extremely low point. So we also want to have some cargo warehouses, some warehouses here. And I think this is, yeah, here over here at this small harbor, the fishing harbor that we have there, I think it's a good spot to have some of those warehouses there. They obviously are also very expensive, and they also cost me quite some energy there, so we should do something about that. Let's have a look. Let's only have the windmills once again. They're just so extremely cheap and still produce good energy there. Right, so we do have now some warehouses here, so this shouldn't cap anymore, and we can just unload lots of those things here. Especially now, look at the convenience food, which is actually full at this point. And I think you will be able to unload everything now. Yes, very good. There's more concrete coming in, so all of those things shouldn't cap. Now, while we wait for some things here to happen, and as you can see, we can also upgrade a few things here, I want to go now to Destiny. Now, in Destiny, we can start now with the first real production for the Tycoons. So that is the... that we have down here. Yeah, it's the champagne. I wasn't sure now if it's the luxury meal or the champagne. And yeah, we can actually start with it. We already have some sugar over here, and we can just continue with some more sugar over here. So I'm going to have like, yeah, six of them for now, because I'm really not sure of how much sugar we do need to produce. Plus it's also quite expensive. Right, actually fits.
Warning, fire discovered.
There's been a fire, but I don't care so much about it. We usually have fire stations everywhere. Oh no. Oh, that's 7, very good. So we do have 6 of them fully working now. I think we can still unload, yeah, some resources there. They're really cheap to produce anyway. And then we can continue with the wine. On this very big island, he's only down here, and there was a tornado here, as we can see. Right, and we've got lots of space here for some beautiful tornadoes, I wanted to say, for some beautiful wine farms. And let's just have a look how many fields we do need here. 7 vineyards, and let's place them here. That doesn't really look romantic, you know. But well, holy, they're big. And it is raining now. Okay, and even though they're so big, they're actually fitting in here. And after a little bit of time, we now do have all those vineyards there, or vineyards in action. That's fine. So we do now have the sugar and the wine, and now we only do need the champagne cellar. And for that, well, we do need a bit of steel there, but no problem. We now have 3 ships again that are fully empty or operational, and down here we have another trading ship already waiting. So all we need to do now here really is get a bit of concrete there and a bit of steel over there. Yep, perhaps while I'm at it, also some building modules and some tools there. To Destiny. Oh no. Again, I hate those oil rigs. So often it happens that they are having a fire and then this happens. And what we also want is with one of those empty ships that are coming in now to deliver all the concrete that we need. And we do have 200 concrete here in Cyberpunk right now. So our explorer can then just fill this one up here, his bay, and get all of that over there to the Science Forum Foundation. We do need 160, in fact, 160 actually, so we don't even need 200. So let's make this a bit better there. Oh, he can only take 40 anyway, so we do have 160 already. Fine, fine by me. And here we do now have in Megatron, yep, the fire extinguisher. In fact, we have 3 of them. And let's get it over there to that burning oil rig before we have another oil catastrophe at our hands. I really can't have that at the moment. And there we can already see, yeah, very good. Flames have been extinguished. Lucky for us, it's pretty close to Megatron, so no real problem there. Alright, concrete is then coming in for this beautiful monument. Quite the foundation that we have here, going deep into the earth. It's going to be a really tall building there, a tower. Now the other thing that we have is Neutron. In Neutron, you remember, we do have the other production that is with the lobsters. I think that it is, but we don't need wine for that. We do need the truffles. Now the truffles we should have in Cyberpunk. Nope, we don't have them in Cyberpunk. Where are the truffles? Oh, there they are. We forgot them down there in Bainesville. Let's get down here. We already also can take a lot of resources there with us, and we're going to need them. Let's have a look there real quick. Yeah, steel, concrete, everything needs steel, concrete, and the tools and stuff like that. There we have a bit more steel. I think, yeah, we're pretty much out of concrete for now then. Very good, at least tools and building materials are full. And here we do have now the truffles. And what I can also take with me probably... Oh no, there's barely any concrete in here. Let's just have those things down here. And oops, no more trading ship available. We do have in Destiny though. So in Destiny I can unload a few more things, especially also the steel. And here we can now finally start in the harbor of Destiny. The production of champagne. And I think we start with 3 here for now. And then we'll just see how much we actually produce. Very good. And that ship is now available again. Back to Cyberpunk with it, while we wait for a bit more concrete to come in. Meanwhile, the other submarine here, my Explorer, has arrived with lots of concrete. We can unload all of that. And now, as we can see, it's being transported here. And now we have workers on our construction site. Beautiful. And now we're working on it. It's going to take quite some time here. Also consumed lots of resources there. But we'll be looking fine. Do we need anything else here? No, we do have all the requirements. all the requirements are being met here, so that's probably pretty fine. Right, now Eden. Eden, we do have another park. We do have lots of buildings that we can still upgrade in Eden. We don't have any production problems here, so I can just upgrade lots of them if I want to. So Eden is kind of in a race with the Tycoons. Who is the bigger city? Not with the Tycoons, but with Cyberpunk itself. Also down here, oh yes, I mean I cannot even upgrade all of them. It's just way too much. We do have a few more here.
Say our city's constantly growing. Good thing too, because there's more than enough still to be done.
Down here, and why do those echoes sound like Texans? No idea. And there's also another block of buildings. So yeah, that's quite enough, I think. Otherwise, we're going to run out of tea very soon. Please, please let me stop. It's so hard to do that once you start upgrading. Yeah, one more. One more. One more. Now we stop. All right, now we stop. Let's increase the taxes before I can't stop anymore. And the employees, let's reduce the taxes for them so they can grow. And the thing is, when I look at my goods, we're full on fish, we're full on the food and the communicators, we're full on pasta and yogurt, or whatever that is, and we're full on the 3D projectors. So we can actually go as high as 3 as the third tier, in this case here for Eden, to continue growing this massive city that we have here. And oh, we also have a bit of an empty space there. Perhaps we want to use it. Oh yeah, Zen Garden's always quite nice, but it doesn't fit in there. There we can fit in a Zen Garden in the block that we have there, but so far, no, I don't know why these banners are pink all of a sudden. Some flowers, isn't that bad. Right, now let's have a look down here in Neutron. Yeah, the next ship has arrived with more building resources. And here in Neutron, which is going to be for our luxury food. First of all, what we need, of course, as usual, are some wind parks. And I also need to place those depots now right over here to the lobster resources. The problem with that is, of course, those depots already cost me quite a bit of resources. Oh, far away. Those two are far away. I hope we can manage. Definitely running out of energy now. There they are. Very good. And now we can continue with some wind parks here. Righto, so that's enough energy. Echo balance is not looking that good. Let's also have a weather control station. Oh, doesn't need timber, right. Let's unload everything else that we have. Lots of tools there. The truffle fertility, we can also activate that. There we have it. Can we have more than one fertility? No, we cannot. All right, so only one is allowed, so that's the truffles. And when I look at the things that we need for that, so steel, concrete, we do have that for now, and the lobster farms. Now I think the lobster farms, they need to be placed right on top of it. And you need a port authority for it. That's also quite important, so we do need one here. Also costing me a lot of tools. One here and one here. And only then are we able to place those lobster farms here. And the port authority then is going to take the lobsters home. So we have 3 of them now already working. Let's have a look at them real quick. There they are. So they're really just grabbing all the lobsters that are here in the area and just grabbing them and transporting them up here in those cages. Alright, before we continue, let's go back to... Oh, I already have a ship here available, because we do have some, steel, some reinforced concrete. That's all I really need for Neutron. Yeah, well, actually, some 50 tons of tools, 50 tons of building materials. That's quite fine. Let's get it over here as well, and then we can actually start with that. Now, over here, Destiny... Oh, sugar is full, wine is full, the grapes, so we can still have more of them if we want to. And of course we're going to. Yeah. Also quite expensive, that production, so Vega for the champagne should be starting now. So that is here from Destiny to Cyberpunk. And he's going to take all of the champagne with him. And there's the ship for it. Another trade route active now for the next resources. Also, I think, alcohol and fish is actually going down because I expanded so hard there. And I think the alcohol is over here, right? We do need a bit of tools and a bit of building materials for that, and I think we can just take one of my... I should have... there we have. Cargo liner, and Megatron fortunately has enough resources. Let's get this one over here to Carbon City, so then we can continue with more alcohol that we are producing here. And the distillery, I think, out of potatoes, as usual, like with the schnapps. Alright, looking good so far.
I just wanted to know.
We could now focus on the quest that we have there. So we do need to get 5 tons of building modules. Let's take one of our ships here, because we only really need 2 types of goods here. 3 tons of tools. And 5 tons of the modules. Let's get it over there to that ship here that is still burning. And the hovercraft there is really quick for it, so no problem reaching that on time. There is, more steel and concrete now, so that means we can finally now finish also this area here. So all we need now for that is the truffles, and we do need 5 truffle farm fields for each truffle plantation. And they're rather small, so we can really easily have 2 of them side by side. Since I have 3 lobster farms, I think 6 of those truffle farms will be sufficient for now. Oh yes, and we should also look out for the eco balance here, which does need the timber. We could use something for the Tycoons. The acidification station, do we have? Yeah. One of them, that's plus 90, and we can build it here. Oh yeah, cost me a lot of energy, but at least the eco balance is looking good again, so we produce enough truffles there. And let's get this one over here, and over here. And there we turn in the quest as well. Alright, so that's 6 of them, and then I think 3 gourmet factories. 3 of them do need though lots of concrete. So in this case, before we can finish this one here, I will need to get more concrete on Neutron. But so far so good. Most important thing is we got the second monument going on now. And while this is constructing, we are now done also going for tier 4 for the Tycoons. And hopefully then also be able to start with that here soon. And yeah, we still need a nuclear power plant. I'm on it. Stay tuned.